Hey, welcome everybody. It is trivia time. It's trivia to titillate your senses and your horror knowledge. Let's see let's see how much knowledge that you guys got of the horror realm in the world. I've got a different set of questions here. Actually, I think ones that I think this might be a little easier night. So yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. As always, would say hi to everybody in the chat that's here already. More people are coming on board as we speak. I know I see friendly neighborhood Uncle Pete out there. How's it going? I see Noah from Hamburgers and Horror there. I see Robert Ragland, guys that are regulars from the Patreon page. So thanks guys for coming, and I see some other names that are new. So if this is your first time with horror trivia, be prepared. There is some intense knowledge that is needed here, and apparently some fast typing that is needed as well. Yeah, here's how it works. I'm going to give you some questions. It will be a little bit different this time because the questions will be on screen. You'll be able to see the questions, and you will put the answers in the chat. Very important that you select to view chat as live chat and not top chat. So if you pick live chat, it'll show up instantaneously and not put just the best. So do that as one option. Also, I would like to say that it is very important to understand that lag is a thing. And when you guys are on there and you may type in your answer, and your answer may be the first one that shows up on the chat bar with the correct answer. And I may say, this person won, and it will not be you. The reason why is because the chat shows up faster in your logs than it does on the actual logs. The way I see it in my chat stream is real time. So if I call a different name than yours, just understand that it's most likely the lag that is doing it. So yes, so there we go. I've got 9 rounds of about 5 questions for you guys tonight. Some actual solid questions here, I think, for you. Several picture rounds as well too. And yeah, you're gonna be able to see them up on the screen as normal. So do some different things. And yeah, I really like. I just got this shirt the other day. Pretty jazzed about this. It was a local artist. I went to a spooky swap meet the other night, which was it's like a halfway to Halloween thing that they did, and they had a whole bunch of vendors, and this was one of the shirts. And I could not pass this up. They had a bunch of them. They actually had like a big boy that was Michael Myers as well too. But I figured I got to get the Pinhead. I don't really have any Hellraiser shirts, so I figured do that. So hope you guys are ready. We're gonna jump straight into it. Get right into some horror trivia for you guys. Before we do that, I do want to just say that thank you for sticking with me through the How Bad It Could Be month. This is kind of the kickoff of the May, which is May is going to be like some heavy hitters starting this Friday. The very, very cool timeline that has been requested for a very, very long time. Very excited about this timeline. And is going to have some locations that I get to go to on that. And then on Monday, we've got a failure to launch that has been requested. So there's a lot of really top-notch stuff that is coming up for you guys in the month of May. So hope you're ready for what I've got in store for you. A lot of locations. I've been to a bunch of locations this month. So there you go. Here's how it works. I will ask a question. You guys will put up your answer as quickly as you can. The first person with the correct answer gets a point. You get a point. I will tally it off there. And if you get a point, whoever has the most points at the ending of the night wins a prize. So I'll be in that connect there too. And yeah, some of the questions will be worth more than 1 point as we get a little bit later into the rounds. But for the most part, they're single point questions. This round of questions is actually a little easier than normal. I will say I took it a little bit easier on you guys. So yeah, I guess be prepared for that, I suppose. As normal, I see a question about spelling. Spelling does kind of count if it is like a letter off. Obviously, I will not judge on that, but if the answer is Nightmare on Elm Street 5, I don't want to see NOES 5. You've got to type out Nightmare on Elm Street 5. Also, if the answer is of a sequel, I need to know the specific movie that it is from. So, if the answer is going to be Jaws, and the answer is Jaws 4, and you just type in Jaws, it will not be worth the point. You have to have the correct number of the movie on there as well. So keep spelling in mind. But again, it doesn't have to be 100%, but very, very close. I will be the judge of how close it is. So let's get going. Here we go. I have to make sure that I can do this thing here. I think it is, this is what I want. Okay, this is what I want. So round one is, as always, the same. Horror 101. I always tend to stick round one with questions about the biggest franchises in horror. So here we go. Question number one. Are you guys ready? Are you prepared for some horror trivia? I hope you're set and excited. I'm pumped up on my tiny little thing over in the screen now. Just all right, here we go. Question number one. In Nightmare 4, the Dream Master poem ends with the line, "Evil will see itself and it shall die." What is the line right before that? It starts with "in." That is your hint. What is the line of that poem? Man, I think I lied when I said these were easier. Sorry about that. So, let's see what we got. Nightmare 4, famously not one of my favorite Nightmare on Elm Street movies, but she reads a poem about the Dream Master, and it ends with the line, "Evil shall see itself, and it shall die." What is the rest of? What is the first line of it? And I have not. No one has come up yet with that answer. I would when I wrote this question, I thought it was easy. So but I apparently take it back. So let's see. Let's see if we can get it. Okay, all right. I'm seeing some correct answers. And let's see here. The first one with the correct answer up there is Hamburgers and Horror with "In the Reflection of My Mind's Eye." My little pencil for my iPad broke, so I'm stuck writing keeping score by hand like a Philistine. But yeah, so there you go. In the reflection of my mind's eye. Then it ends with "Evil shall see itself and it shall die." All right, good job, Noah, scoring the first point of the night. And here we go now to question number 2. In the Friday the 13th series, Jason's kill count is pretty high, but how many deaths can we credit his mother, Pamela Voorhees, with? I'm only looking for actual deaths that happen in the movie. They don't happen on screen. Like, you don't have to witness the kill, but in the movie. I don't want to hear anybody say, "Well, in the comic book." That's what it is. I am seeing a bunch of answers coming across here, and I do see a correct one. See, there's actually every single number known to man is popping up on the screen, but I just want to make sure the first one with the correct answer is your friendly neighborhood Uncle Pete with the correct answer of 9. She gets 9 kills. There we go. And I think a lot of people thought it was 7. I know when I first thought of it, I thought it was 7 because I was just thinking about it, but I always forgot about the 2 people in the beginning, in the pre-credit scene. There's the two counselors that they are from several years ago. They do count. All right, going on now to question number 3. Here we go. What is the full 3-word name of the company that made the evil masks in Halloween 3 Season of the Witch? What's your name? What is the full 3-word name of the company that made the evil masks in Halloween 3 Season of the Witch? So let's see what we got here. Starting to see some answers come across here. Let's see who is the first one to get the full correct name. And hi to a terrible thing who said hi to me. And yes, I see, let's see, I see some correct answers here. The first one with the correct answer is indeed, moving up too fast there, the Mad Pancaker with Silver Shamrock Novelties is their name. Let's see, Mad Pancaker. Making me hungry for pancakes.
Me too.
You too. Okay. All right. Good job, Mad Pancaker. You're on the board. Excellent. There we go. All right. Moving on now to question number 4. Hope you guys are ready for this. Question number 4. I personally think might be the easiest question of the night. We'll see. Here we go. Ready? In Return of the Living Dead, a military barrel contains a zombie and a dangerous chemical that brings back the dead. What is that chemical called? What is it called? I want the exact numbers. Everything has to be exact here. This one I'm looking, this is I think an easy one. I think this is a little easier, so I need this to be exact. I'm actually expecting Uncle Pete to get this, but we'll see. We'll see. You hanging out with me?
Mm-hmm.
You can come sit with me if you want. All right, let's see. We got the answers coming across here. I'm starting to see some answers come across. And as I kind of expected, yes, Uncle Pete is correct with trioxin 245. I'm giving you the one letter off. I said when I said before, I said I would if it's one letter off, I will be all right with it. But trioxin 245 is the correct answer. So good job, Uncle Pete. All right. The final question of round 1, I think is also fairly easy. So, maybe forgive me for that opening question, which was pretty tough. This one's pretty easy. So here we go. Are you ready for this one? Question number 5. And yes, Bryce Coaster, it is a great theme song of Return of the Living Dead. That is absolutely correct. Here we go. Question 5. John Carpenter's The Thing takes place at an Antarctic station. What is that station's name? What is it called? What do you think it is? Froggy. Froggy. It is not Froggy. The correct answer is not Froggy. Sorry, guys.
I just love bees and frogs. Really bee on the wall.
It is. All right, there we go. We're starting to see some correct answers there. And yes, I think some of my favorite ones that people put up there are always the guesses and things like that, but I do like it. But yes, Ice Station Zebra is not it. But the first one with the correct answer, it appears to be Matthew Ganong with U.S. Outpost 31. Zombie Killer, you're very, very close. Outpost 13, but it is Outpost 31. Good job, Matthew. You are on the board. Okay, here we go. We're now moving on to round 2. Right? Was that fairly easy? I think that was fairly easy, right? I suppose. We'll see. But okay, round 2 is called Second to Final Girl. Round 2, I'm going to show you a picture, and it's of a final girl from a movie. I want to know what movie, what part 2 is she from? Are you ready for this? Here comes picture number 1. What movie is this final girl from? It's a part 2, but which part 2? What do you think it is? You don't know? You'll be my co-host. You want to sit up here with me? No. Okay. All right. There we go. Who is this person from? And yes, let's see. I'm going to have definitely seeing some good answers up here. Not all of them correct, but the first one that is correct up here is Cinder Lily 29, who actually, thank you, has the whole thing. Hello, Mary Lou, Prom Night 2. Good job, Cinder Lily. You are on the board. Here comes the next one. Comes the next final, second to final girl. Which movie sequel is she from? What movie is that from? Oh, and hello, Athens, Greece. It's got to be really late at night there, or is it now morning in Greece? I'm not sure, but hello, Greece. What movie is this young lady with the gold clamped necklace from? This young lady who has a very unique way of speaking.
So maybe her can't talk or something.
Maybe she can't talk. I don't know. The correct answer that comes across, the first one on I see is Cody Only with Leprechaun 2. Good job, guys. I want to make sure that everybody knows, as I stated earlier, it's very, very important to specify the number that they're from. I know that we've stated that these are all part 2s, but you've got to give me the 2s. That part's important. All right, here we go. Slide number 3, second to final girl, number 3. Here we go. What movie is this lovely lady from? And Big Purple, I'm sorry. I apologize. We do. I do want to make sure one of the rules is that we do have the numbers in there. Which movie is this young lady from? I actually confused myself when I did this one because I put it up there and then I actually typed down the wrong answer and then went back and said, no, that is not what it was. So I guess if it means something, I typed in Hellraiser 2 and then I went back. I was like, no, what am I? That's not Hellraiser 2. So there you go. So now you know it is not Hellraiser 2. She is actually from, and she's not from Nightmare on Elm Street 2. The movie she is from, D. Gulag has the correct answer. Phantasm 2. Good job. She is from Phantasm 2. Very, very, very like offhandedly killed in part 3 as well, too. It's something one of my least favorite parts about part 3 is just how quickly and easily they kill her off. Okay, here we go. Next one. Question number 4 on the second to final girls. What movie is this girl from? What movie is she from? And not TV show. I will not accept wings.
Not accept this.
I will not. All right?
Oh my God, this. I wish this.
What do you got?
I got a present. I got a present.
No, very cool. All right. So Yeah, I'm starting to see some answers come across there. Lots of answers come across there. Everyone wants it to be. Everybody really wants it to be Nightmare on Elm Street too, but it is not. The correct answer here, once again, is Cody only coming across with that correct answer of Slumber Party Massacre 2. Good job. Yes, indeed. One of my favorite sequels. She does kind of look like the redhead from Nightmare 2, but it is not. It is not her. Here we go. Next one. Next round. Here we go. Which second to final girl is this young lady? What movie is she from?
I have no idea. Maybe it's like maybe it's like in a natural movie.
Maybe it could be. That could be what it is from.
Maybe it's from that ghost one.
Which ghost one?
You watched yesterday.
The ghost movie I watched yesterday? I don't think so. All right, here we go. Correct answers are coming across. I see several of the correct answers. Let me go up and find out the first one. The first one with the correct answer is indeed Big Purple with Candyman 2. Farewell to the Flesh. Good job, Big Purple. Excellent. All right, we go now to the final movie. The ghost movie that I watched yesterday, by the way, was a movie called A Deadly Legend, which I do not recommend. There you go. Okay, here we go. The final question of this round. The final second to the second to final girl. Here we go. What movie is she from? What movie is this young lady from? What movie is she from, Stella?
I think like maybe it's an origin story or something.
An origin story?
Maybe like you don't know too.
Maybe I don't know too. Yeah, you're probably right. All right, lots of answers coming across here. I'm seeing several correct ones. Very good job. I feel like most people have got this one, but the first one to get it is actually Bryce Coaster. Good job. You are on the board. What's that?
Oh, it's Spider-Man.
All right. Good job. Wishmaster. More people know Wishmaster than I thought. There you go. All right. Stella, how old are you, Stella?
5.
What? 5. You are 5.
3. Oh, what?
Okay.
Look at this.
Going on to round 3 now. Round 3 is called Precious Metals, and this is questions about heavy metal songs in horror movies. All right. I think that I know several of the horror fans out there are also metal fans. So here you go. This is where it starts to get a little bit tougher. We're starting to get a little tougher because I feel as if some of these are a little trickier. So here we go. You guys ready for some heavy metal horror? Question number 1. Their name in the movie was Headmistress, but the band Sorcery killed it with the hit song I'm Back in this classic film. What is that movie? What movie does Sorcery pen the song I'm Back? It's such a classic tune. Where we go? Here we go. Okay. Starting to see some answers come across here. But I have not seen the correct one yet. Let's see. Let me read down here. I do see a correct one, but I'm going to give it a little bit extra time for some people to throw up some answers there. Yes, a movie that starts off pretty good, gets a little dull in the middle, but then ends with a shot. And that answer is Rocktober Blood. Good job, the Gulag. Correct answer there. That song is amazing, and it ends the movie in a pretty spectacular fashion. So, love that. All right, here we go. Question number 2. Whoop! Up, the members of the band King Cobra took on another identity-dependent power ballad, Paradise. We're on our way, taking on the name of the band that the movie was named for. So, what movie was that? What movie is it? The band, the name of the movie is the name of the band. And although the actual band is King Cobra. But who did they play? In what movie?
Maybe a big movie.
A big movie, yeah. It's kind of more of a small movie, but okay. I'm seeing a lot of the correct answers coming across here, and the first one with the correct answer on the board is Big Purple with Black Roses. Good job. You did not see Black Roses. Come on now. I would know if you had seen Black Roses, and you did not. I was, but I haven't watched it. You didn't come downstairs while I was watching it. Anyhow, Black Roses, great flick. Okay, question number 3. Here we go. This 87 film features a plot point delivered by a fictional metal band named Sacrifix and their album, The Dark Book. What movie was that? It's a 1987 movie. There's the whole portion of the movie hinges upon a band called Sacrifix, and they have an album called The Dark Book. Great flick as well, too. And yes, I'm seeing a lot of the correct answer here. And the first one with the correct movie up on the board is your favorite, your friendly neighborhood Uncle Pete with The Gate, which I just did a video on not that terribly long ago. And yeah, it's a great movie. A weird movie that I actually think is somewhat kid friendly. I don't know. I mean, it's a good starter horror movie. So I'll show it to Stella one day, maybe. Question number 4. Here we go. Alice Cooper provides the main track to Friday the 13th Part 6 with He's Back, the man behind the mask. But the movie also features 2 other Alice Cooper songs. Name either one. Either one. If you type in both, you don't get an extra point, but you definitely got above and beyond. He did 2 other movies in Friday the 13th Part 6, 2 other songs, so forgive me. What is either one of those? Let's see here. The mayor says that The Gate is more kid-friendly than a Serbian film. And I'm not quite sure what movie wouldn't be more kid-friendly than a Serbian film. That is correct. Okay, so the first one with a correct answer here, I will take one of 2 things. But Non-Drowsy had Teenage Frankenstein, which is one of the 2. Teenage Frankenstein is one of the 2 movies, one of the 2 songs in the movie. Good job. 1 point for Non-Drowsy. Although I do not see the other. No one has gotten the other. Oh, yeah, there we go. Sorry, this did. The other one was Hard Rock Summer. Definitely the other one. So Hard Rock Summer and Teenage Frankenstein, both songs that Alice Cooper had in Friday the 13th Part 6. So the final question of this round, which I know several of you out there might be like wiping your brow now because I don't know if you enjoy the heavy metal questions, but I think this one might be the easiest one of the bunch. But here you go. Hellraiser 3 features a title track by Motorhead, but the song was originally written for another artist, and that person released their version separately. Who was it? Who was the first person to release the song Hellraiser? It's the same song, just a different recording of it. Fun fact, this just came up as I was listening to Shindig Radio, which you guys should do. They listen to the podcast on Spotify or whatever. They have a series of things about title tracks where they play title tracks that are like songs that are in a movie that say the name of the movie. And they sort of had this one on there. Derek doesn't necessarily count this as a title track because wasn't made for the movie. It was actually made specifically for, as Eric W. points out, Ozzy Osbourne. Good job, Eric W. You are on the board. Okay. And with that, the heavy metal round of precious metals is over. And I know some of you guys might be very, very happy about that being over. But unfortunately, I don't think you're going to like this next round any better because this one's hard. I'm actually going to give this one 2 points. This entire round is worth 2 points. It's called I Don't Read Subtitles. And this is, I'm going to give you the subtitle of a lesser-known horror sequel. You give me the movie. Just in order to clarify, the subtitle is Nightmare on Elm Street 3, The Dream Warriors. The Dream Warriors is the subtitle. So I'm going to be giving you that part of a horror sequel, and you tell me what franchise it's from. Are you ready? Here we go. Number 1. Part 3 was subtitled The Ascent. What movie franchise is it? Part 3 was subtitled The Ascent. This is I guess a minor hint, as I have not yet covered this franchise. The Ascent. I'm starting to see some answers come up here. Electric Boogaloo will not be one of the clues on here, although there does remain the greatest subtitle of all time. But the correct answer that comes across here is, as pointed out by the Mad Pancaker, the Prophecy series. Prophecy 3 is The Ascent. Good job, Mad Pancaker. Another 2 points up on the board there. Good job. What? Poo-poo? What about that? You popped into frame specifically just to say poo-poo? That's your contribution to my live stream? Poo-poo? Thank you. Jeez. Okay. Here we go. Poo-poo. There you go. Straight from Stella to you guys. Hi, Katie. Welcome. All right. Here we go. Number 2. Part 4 was subtitled The Initiation. The Initiation. What was that? Part 4 of. We know. Okay. All right. We're starting to see some answers come across here. Definitely some correct ones. And a few incorrect ones, but I tend to like the correct ones more. Robert wants to know where does Stella learn this language. Her mother. Mr. Hops? I don't know what that means. Okay, the first one with the correct answer here of Silent Night, Deadly Night is Matthew Ganong. Welcome back onto the board there. 2 points for you there. Silent Night, Deadly Night for The Initiation. 2 points. Yeah. All right, here we go. The next one, question number 3. Part 4 was subtitled Bloody Beginnings. Bloody Beginnings. Oh, and I pronounced Matthew's name correctly. I'm pretty proud about that because I don't normally. I'm usually bad with pronunciations. So I'm glad that I was able to do correct there. A lot of people coming up here with the correct answer here. The first one with that answer is Hamburgers and Horror. Coming back up onto the board there with 2 more points. The correct answer is Wrong Turn, my favorite franchise. Yeah. Wrong Turn 4. Okay, here we go. Coming up next, question number 4. Part 3 was subtitled First Slaughter. Hey. Part 3 was subtitled First Slaughter. I want to remind everybody again that the way that I see it in my chat is the actual order of things. You may see your name come across first. So if you think that you answered first because it shows up first on your chat log, understand that because of lag, it may show up a little faster on yours than it does on mine. Mine is the actual order of when they arrive. So just so you know that's what happens. Okay, so the correct answer here, go back up here, I lost my track, is Camp Blood. Camp Blood 3 was called First Slaughter. Good job to Big Purple. 2 points there for you. And we now go on to the final question of this round. And no worries, Bryce. It's just that I know that is always confusing because of the whole YouTube logistics of things. But here we go. The final question. Oh, no, sorry. There are 6 questions in this round. Question number 5 here. Part 2 was subtitled The Devil's Doorway. The Devil's Doorway. Part 2 was The Devil's Doorway. This is actually from a franchise that I intend to cover before the summer is out. It's a very stupid franchise. But entertaining. And the mayor has never seen a Camp Blood movie. And you know what? Your life is probably a little bit richer for that. Probably. So there you go. We're starting to see some answers come across here. Definitely some incorrect ones. Although I think that the subtitle of Debbie Does Dallas 2 could have been The Devil's Doorway. But actually, I know this for a fact that Debbie Does Dallas 2 was just called Debbie Does Dallas 2. I do know that. I actually do know that for a fact. Very, very close with Surge Bones with Witchcraft, but the answer is actually Witchboard. Witchboard 2 was The Devil's Doorway. Good job again, Big Purple, with 2 points there, taking a strong lead now. And we go now to the final question of the round. All right, here we go. Question 6. Part 3 was subtitled The End of Innocence. The End of Innocence. What movie is that? Another, again, I guess another minor hint is another series that I have not covered yet, but do plan to in the near future at some point. The End of Innocence. So another strange franchise that doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense. But I'm seeing some correct answers come across here. Definitely see a bunch of the correct ones, but the first one with the correct one is Matthew again with Warlock. Warlock is the correct answer. Warlock 3, The End of Innocence. Which again, I do need to cover that pretty soon. And that is it for the round. That's it for that round of I Don't Read Subtitles. And taking a look at the scoreboard here, just kind of let everybody know that Big Purple is in the lead with 6 points. Good job there. But Matthew is right behind him with 5 points. The Mad Pancakers got 3, so not far off. Uncle Pete's got 3. Hamburgers and Horror also got 3 points. And several other people are up on the board. And there's still lots of points to be had. So no one is out yet because we are still working on there's double points and triple points coming up. So you are not out of the running yet by any stretch of the imagination. Heck, at this point, someone could join the game right now and still win. So here we go. The next round, round 5. Wacky international posters. Oh yeah! I did this in the last months or so, and I really enjoyed doing it. It was a lot of fun. So these, I'm going to show you part of an international movie poster. This is the way that they promoted these movies overseas. You have to figure out what movie they're promoting. Some of these are pretty easy. Some of them are really freaking hard. Let's see. Here we go. Number 1. Are you ready? What movie is that an actual poster for? This one's fairly accurate to the movie, I think. I believe. Somewhat. All right, I'm starting to see some answers come across here, but I'm not seeing the specific answer because this is a particular movie. I need to know which of the movies it's from. And I've not yet seen the correct answer, but I finally did. There we go. I do see the correct answer now. Uncle Pete came across with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Beginning. The giveaways there were the obviously the half mask on Leatherface there, and the chopping off of the legs, which happens in that movie, where they chop off the crazy guy in the house. So good job, Uncle Pete. 2 points for you there. Yes, there we go. Yes, if you think that's a terrible poster, wait till you see some of these other ones. Here we go. Next one. This one should be a little bit easier. What is this a poster for? I hope this does not get me like some sort of weird content warning on YouTube or whatever like that, because it looks awful dirty. But what is that from? And yes, the mayor's correct. It is kind of a typical Ghanaian poster. A lot of the movie posters from Ghana have that kind of hand-drawn look about it. So I'm starting to see a bunch of answers come across here, and let's see. I do see several correct ones coming across here, and the first one with that correct answer. This one's a little bit of a dead giveaway from the lower right corner. Bryce gets the correct answer with From Beyond. Good job there. 2 points for you. It's probably one of the easier ones of this round, but very cool poster. I think that's actually a pretty sweet looking poster. All right, here we go. Next one. Question number 3. I'm going to cheat and see what this is. Okay, this one might be fairly easy, but again, I'm going to stress that I need specifics here. I need specifics. But which is this a poster? This was an actual poster for a movie. What movie is that a poster from? That's how they advertised a movie. What movie is that from? Weird, clearly Japanese movie poster. But yeah. Such a strange way to advertise a movie. Seeing a bunch of correct answers there. Obviously, it's Freddy. The first one with the correct answer, but the most important part is it is Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child. And I am giving this to Ben Grimm, who gave us the answer of The Dream Child. 2 points for you there. Good job. Yes, that is how they advertised Nightmare on Elm Street 5 there. And wait, Terrible Thing loves to post in the upper right. Yes, I do like just the chill, Fred. Just like, yeah. All right, here we go. Next one. This one is sort of hard. I don't know. Let's see what you think. What is this a poster for? I've cropped it because there was something in there made it very obvious what it is. But this was the main portion of the poster. What is this advertising for a movie for? What is that? It's not very accurate as to the movie whatsoever. All right, I'm starting to see a bunch of answers coming across there and several of the correct ones coming across. A lot of people going with the small monsters theme, which is a good tactic to take because this is the poster for Critters. Good job, Big Purple. That's how they advertise Critters. Now, this section right here, that's like right on the corner, that is a part of a crate that I did chop off. So that's what it was from. But it is the first Critters. Those are supposed to be, I guess, the bounty hunters. So here we go. The next one. This one's hard. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna give y'all. I'm gonna make this one 3 points just because I know it's hard. Here you go. Actually, I'm going to give 3 points for the remainder of this round because the remainder of this round is difficult. What is this a poster for?
What is it?
It looks like some sort of angel thing. With a yeah. What is this a poster for? It's worth 3 points. That's what it is. It's worth 3 points. But what is that? It's very strange. It is not very indicative of the movie itself. I would say at this point, guesses would be kind of the best. But yeah, it's a pretty weird movie. Hey, Stella, turn that off. Yeah, you can turn the volume down. What is this from? I'm gonna give a minor hint because this is very, very hard. But here is the minor hint that I'm going to give you. If you happen to watch the previous one, this was also on the last episode. There was a weird poster for this in the last episode. I still have not seen the correct answer coming across here. It is very, very tough. When I saw this one, I said, I've got to use this. Yeah. Again, I will say that the poster is not super indicative of it, but there is something here that's in the poster, which is sort of a hint, I guess. Sort of a hint. And there you go. Zombie Killer busts out with it. The correct answer is the Birds. Yeah, that is the poster for the Birds. Don't ask me how. It just is. 3 points for you, Zombie Killer. You are on the board. Good job. I don't know why that's the Birds, but it is. Here comes the next one. The next one's maybe not as hard. But I'm still going to go with 3 points for it. Here you go. What is this the poster for? This one I feel like is a little easier. I showed these to Christy just as a test to see what she thought. And she actually guessed this one, just based upon context clues. I lost my light. Okay, starting to see a bunch of answers, and I'm seeing several of the correct ones on here. Let me see who is the first one with the correct answer. The first one with the correct answer is Non-Drowsy with Christine. That is the poster for Christine. 3 points for you. Good job. All right. Going on to the next one. This one is tricky. I'm gonna say that you're gonna answer this, but it may not be obvious. But here we go. Next round. Next question. What is that a poster for? What is that a poster for? I guess this is another one from Ghana. Has that same style as the previous one. But what movie is this for? There's, I guess, somewhat of an obvious answer, but that obvious answer, I'm going to let you know right now, is not correct. But what is it? What is this from? Starting to see a bunch of answers coming across. Several of you actually saying Jason Takes Manhattan, which is exactly what you would think it was because of the recreation of the scene of Jason smashing through the portcullis of the boat, which seems like it would be pretty obvious. But that is not what it is from. This one is actually from, as Calvin Allen has stated, Freddy versus Jason. Yeah, that's okay. Sure. That's what it is. Good job, Calvin. You're getting 3 points for that. All right. And now we go to the next one on this round. There's two more painful posters. This next one is worth 3 points, and it is definitely worth the new points. But what is this from? What movie is this a poster for? Domingos asked what I thought of the new Scream and the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I enjoyed the new Scream. I thought it was all right. I did not like the ending. I liked about the first hour of the movie, and I didn't much care for the last half hour of it. And the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, not my thing. I didn't think it was horrible. Like, it wasn't gut-wrenchingly, like I want to pull my hair out bad. But it definitely did not feel anything like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. I'm seeing a bunch of answers coming across here, but I have not yet seen the correct answer coming across. Still a lot of very good guesses. Somebody guessed Night Killer, and I would like to give a shout out. I'd like to give a shout out. That's Cody. Cody, only good job for guessing Night Killer. It's not Night Killer, but it kind of looks like Night Killer. But I will say that I guess I'll have to give a somewhat of a hint here because there are no answers that are correct. The only hint that I can give is that the answer to this sort of, if you ignore anything in the foreground and only focus on what's behind the crack, you'll have a better chance of guessing. Because I will tell you that the razor blade aspect has nothing to do with it, and the cracked face has nothing to do with it. But going with the thing behind is maybe a little bit closer to what it is. But yeah, the poster is extremely unrepresentative of the actual movie, and I still have not seen a correct answer. I will say that I have covered this. I covered it quite a while ago, and it is somewhat of a bigger franchise. And I think I saw a correct answer, and I did. And it is Bryce has the correct answer of Pumpkinhead. This is the poster for Pumpkinhead for some reason. I don't know why. 3 points for Bryce for knowing that was Pumpkinhead somehow. All right, here we go. The final question of the round, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are very excited about it being the end of this round. But here we go. This one is still pretty difficult, although There is definitely some context clues that will tell you what it is. Here you go. What is this the poster for? What is this the poster for? A very large portion of this poster is very unrepresentative of what the movie is, but there is at least one or two things that are direct from the movie. Let's see. Let's see who's the first to get this one. It's a little trickier. And seeing a lot of answers coming across here. But I'm just going to tell you right now that I have yet to see the correct one. A lot of people guessing, putting up Ghoulies, and it is not. It has nothing to do with Ghoulies. And as a matter of fact, the little ghoulish looking creatures have nothing to do with the actual movie. This one is very bizarre. There is something that sort of looks like this person. Oh, I see a correct answer. Where did it go? The correct answer, as stated by Big Purple, is Poltergeist 2. Poltergeist 2, yes. Nothing in here looks super like Poltergeist 2, but in Poltergeist 2, if you recall, there is a scene where he does drink the demon out of a bottle, which you do see the bottle down here at the bottom. And there is a scene where they are trapped in the garage where the spirits make a chainsaw cut through the car. So that chainsaw scene that you see is directly from the movie. That is what it is. So that is a direct part, but all the rest of it is not really from the movie whatsoever. Okay, going on to round 6. Round 6 is, I think, a little easier round, so I'm going to take it back down to 2 points each. Round 6 is called License and Registration, Please. I think this is pretty easy. I'm going to show you a notable license plate, a bunch of numbers, and you need to tell me what movie that they are from. What movie are these notable license plates from? 2 points for each of these answers. Here we go. Number 1. Beatngu. Beatngu. What movie is that license plate from? There goes my light again. Hi. All right, I'm starting to see a bunch of correct answers here. A lot of correct answers here. So the first one with the correct call here is Matthew with Jeepers Creepers. Good job there. I think that one's pretty easy. Jeepers Creepers, a disturbing movie by an even more disturbing man that I will most likely never cover. I don't know. We'll see. Here we go. Question number 2. Uzi for you. Uzi for you. What movie is that from? I'm giving you the easy version of this, considering that when I did the horror trivia night, I was simply asked what their license plate was and had to go the other way around. Instead of saying what movie the license plate was from, I was given the movie and had to identify what the license plate was. Yes, seeing a bunch of correct answers come across here, a bunch of different answers, and several correct ones. And the first one, again, is Matthew. Good job. Tremors is the correct answer there. That is Burt Gummer's license plate in that movie. Going on to number 3. Here we go. Body Doc, Bodydok. What movie is that from? It's actually a pretty important part of the film as well, too. So a pretty key spot. Maybe a little bit lesser known movie, but not that lesser known of a movie. A movie y'all should have seen. And if not, I recommend you check it out immediately. We'll discuss it once the correct answer comes across. But yes, Body Doc is the license plate. And I'm starting to see a bunch of answers come across here. Let me see if I can find the correct one here. See several incorrect ones. And the first one with the correct answer is Cody Only. The correct answer is Dead Heat. That is the name of the head of the hospital that they figure out is the mastermind of everything that is going on. If you haven't seen Dead Heat, it is an excellent, fun horror comedy. Lots of zombie stuff going on. Great flick. Highly recommend checking out Dead Heat. All right, here we go. Next one. This is the only one that's not actually a word, but you should get this one, I think. 00798I, or possibly 1. I think it's an I. Looks like an I. What is that? 00798I. Quite possibly the most famous license plate in all of horror, I would think. And yes, I'm starting to see some answers coming across here as well, too. You would think that it would have something to do with James Bond, but it does not. And the correct answer, as pointed out, and again, I think I'd be silly if I would not have this one on there. But the correct answer is Jaws. It is the license plate that they pull out of the shark's belly and throw across the room, and it gets its own big shot in the film. Matthew, good job. You are making a very strong comeback here. Okay, as we go to the final question of this round, here we go. The final license plate, DMK. DMK. What movie features the license plate DMK? I guess as a mild hint, it is the final shot of the movie. The very last thing in the movie that you see. DMK. It's actually a major plot point of the film as well, too. Oh, and yep, several people getting this right, all coming very, very close to each other. But the first one on the screen is Big Purple with Night of the Comet. DMK is the high score on the video game that the main character girl is mad because they showed up on her her high score screen, and at the end of the movie, it is revealed that he has survived as well too. Great flick. All right, so there we go. So we finish up that round, and Big Purple still in the lead with 13 points, but Matthew is right behind him with 11 points. Still, everybody's up for grabs as we go into this next round. Round 7 of 9. Eat at Jason's. This is another picture round. Here you go. I'm going to, just for the sake of making this more competitive, 3 points for each of these. 3 points for each of these. These are pictures of diners that are in horror movies. I'm going to show you the diner. You tell me which horror movie that it is from. Here you go. Question 1, picture 1. Which movie is that from? Please be specific. This is one, this round is another one where if it is a sequel or something like that, I need the number or year or whatever that it is from. What movie is that from? Okay, I'm starting to see a bunch of answers coming across here. And the first one with the correct answer is, where are we at here? Sorry. Scrolling. It is Cody Only with the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. This is actually from the remake that has that. So 3 points to you, sir. Good job. Yes, that is from the 2010 version. All right. Going on to the next diner. Here we go. Getting a little harder. The Dixie Boy Truck Stop. What movie is that from? And yes, a terrible thing. I would like to join you in saying F, the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. Absolutely deserved dead last. What movie is this from, though? The Dixie Boy Truck Stop. That is Pretty interesting shot there. Fairly standard looking diner out in the middle of nowhere. And I'm seeing a lot of people coming across with the correct answer here. And let's see, the first one with that correct answer and entering the board is Benji Boom 47 with the correct answer of Maximum Overdrive. 3 points for you, sir. Or madam, or whichever. Maximum Overdrive. All right, here we go. Diner number 3. The Longhorn. What movie is that diner from? The Longhorn. I guess it's somewhat of a hint because there's some characters in there that, might sort of be a little bit of a hint, I guess, but not necessarily. All right, I'm seeing some answers coming across there. And I definitely see some correct ones. And the first one with the correct answer coming across here appears to be, whoops, went up a little bit higher there. And yes, Tom Wade answered this for the last one, but that was not it. Calvin Allen got it right here, which is The Hitcher. The Hitcher is the correct answer on that. That is the diner that they go to partway through the movie. Good job, Calvin. 3 points for you there. 1, 2, 3. All right, here we go. Number 4. There it is. I think it's called the Pan Cafe. They've got shakes, they've got ice cream, hot dogs, and burgers. They've got all of that, and there seems to be a policeman who is in that diner as well too. What movie is that though? What movie is that from? Yes, there will be a werewolf themed month eventually. I think this year we're gonna have a zombie themed month first, and then there will be a werewolf themed month at some point in the future as well too. I feel as if I haven't given a lot of attention to werewolf flicks yet. Bunch of answers coming across here, quite a few with the correct ones, but the answer that I've got that is correct is, first one that's correct is Non-Drowsy with The Blob. Good job there. The Blob remake, great flick. Again, surprise Uncle Pete. I'm surprised Uncle Pete you didn't nag that one, because I know that's one of your favorites. All right, here we go. The final diner. And again, I'm asking for specifics, please. What diner is this movie from? What is that from? The final diner for you. Worth 3 points. All right. Starting to see some answers come across here as well. And I see quite a few with the correct one. Quite a few correct answers coming across here. I feel like this one might have been one of the little easier ones, I suppose. But the first one with the correct answer is, again, Non-Drowsy. Good job with Friday the 13th, Part 5. 1, 2, 3 points. Whoops. It's showtime. All right. There we go. That ends our diner round. Going into the final 2 rounds here. This next round I'm going to set up because actually I got this book right here called VHS Video Cover Art. It's very cool. It's all like 80s trash movies with, and it's like all the really unique art. But several of the movies that are in here, I would see the picture and I'd be like, I don't quite know what that is. Oh, thank you, Eric Defcon, for the super chat. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. But there were several movies in there that were as titles that I did not recognize. So they were released internationally under a different title. So I'm going to give you the international title that it shows up in a book for. Most of these, I think, are UK titles or so. I'm not quite sure, but shout out to Eric. Thank you very much for appreciation. I very much appreciate that. Very much so. And Dia, you didn't want to win, but there you go. There you go. All right, you're up there. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to give you the international title. You give me the American version. Hint, all of these are from the 80s. And I'm also going to give you the an actor that is in that movie. Here we go. Number 1. Aerobicide featuring Ted Pryor. That's what it was released elsewhere. What was Aerobicide released as in the United States? And again, 3 points for all of these questions. What was Aerobicide released as over here in the United States? A really fun, enjoyable movie, and it looks like a lot of you guys know it. But the first one with that correct answer for 3 points is Killer Workout. Bryce is the first one with that answer. Good job. 3 points for you. 3. Killer Workout, a very fun, silly movie that I enjoy. Okay, question number 2. Here we go. Grave Misdemeanors featuring Scott Grimes from Critters fame. That's what it was called overseas. What was it released as here in the U.S.? Somewhat lesser known movie even over here, but a movie that I enjoy. Fun, goofy movie. Grave Misdemeanors is what it was called. But what was it called here in the U.S.? The hint is that Scott Grimes is the male lead of the movie. What was it called? I'm starting to see some correct answers here. First one with the correct answer is Nines with Nightlife. Good job. Yeah, Nightlife, fun little zombie movie, sort of a zombie comedy, but a comedy in the same vein that like Critters is a comedy, where it's like not so much about it. There you go. Next one. Hide and Shriek featuring Rod Steiger. It was released as Hide and Shriek overseas, but what was it here in the U.S.? What was Hide and Shriek known as? This is another one another movie that I feel is like somewhat lesser known now, but it was like in every video store back when I was younger. It was like all over the place. What was it called? Rod Steiger was the villain of the movie, I suppose, is a good way to describe him. I saw a question of what is my favorite horror TV series, and I guess I don't really have one. I don't watch a ton of TV, believe it or not. I don't necessarily have the time. Tom Wade showing up on the board with the correct answer of American Gothic. Welcome to the board, Tom. I know that I think you might have missed the first portion because of work, but there you go. You're now up on the board. American Gothic. Good flick. Here we go. In my opinion, the easiest one of the round. I'm looking for a bunch of correct answers here. The Imp, featuring Michelle McClellan. What is that movie? It was released overseas as The Imp, and over here in the U.S., it was released as something different and features several people of note, but one of those people was Michelle McClellan. What movie is that? Somewhat of a longer title, so I'm imagining people typing it all out there. All right. And I'm seeing several answers here. Not a lot of the correct ones. I'm kind of surprised. I thought this would be one that would be more people jumping up there. But Bryce, you got it right. Sorority Babes and the Slime Bowl Bowl-rama. A little bit of a trick thrown in there because I think everybody knows her as Michelle Bauer, but back then she was going by the name Michelle McClellan, and that's how she was tagged in that movie instead of Michelle Bauer. So there you go. All right, question number 5. Shadow of Death featuring Lyle Elzado. What movie was that in the U.S.? Shadow of Death. And Eric, thank you again. And asked, ever watch Werewolf when Fox Network started in '86? I did. Actually, I watched Werewolf when it was. I did. I was all excited about Werewolf when it was on. I love that show. I mean, it's basically like The Fugitive, but with a werewolf. So it was very much like a, just something they've seen before, but repackaged. But I loved that show. I thought it was cool. They switched up the werewolf in the later season, got a little bit better effects and everything. It was pretty cool. Let's see. Actually, I see a bunch of answers coming across here, and the first one with it is Nines, who said Destroyer. You could have been more confident, Nines, because that is the correct answer. The correct answer is Destroyer. Good job. With that famous cover of Lalo Zato standing there with that gigantic like hydraulic press machine or whatever like that, but great flick. Yes, The Hulk with Werewolves is another great way to describe that show. A fun show. I probably should rewatch that, but who has time? Too busy watching Camp Bloods. Okay. We're done with that round. We're in the final round, guys. This is it. And just for the heck of it, all of these are worth 4 points just to ramp up the competitiveness here. 4 points for each of these questions. And this is called Everyone Loves Remakes. So here's how this works. I'm going to give you the actor from a horror remake. And you tell me who played the character with the same name in the original film. So I guess example would be if I said, I don't even know what Taylor Scott Compton, whatever in Halloween, you say Jamie Lee Curtis, whatever. Would not be that hard, but it will not be that easy. So these are a little bit tougher. These are tougher ones. I think these are kind of tough. Here we go. Everybody's favorite thing to talk about, horror movie remakes. All right, here we go. Number 1, in the Night of the Demons remake, Bobby Sue Luther. She played a character. That character had the same name as another character from the original Night of the Demons. And who played that character? I hope this makes sense. I think it does. What character shared the name of Bobby Sue Luther's characters from Night of the Demon? Oh, yeah. All right, I'm seeing a bunch of correct answers, so everybody kind of gets the point of this one. And let's see, the first one with the correct answer is, the first time on the board, for Lennonhawk. But the correct answer is Linnea Quigley. I put this as a slight curveball because when I first thought of this in my head, I thought Diora Baird played the same character as Linnea Quigley because she's the one that does the lipstick thing. But Diora Baird's character has a different name. And Bobby Sue Luther actually plays the character named Suzanne, which is what Linnea Quigley's character was. But there you go. Next one. In Child's Play, the remake, Brian Tyree Henry plays a character with a name that is shared with another character from the original movie. What movie is what character? Or sorry, I'm stumbling over myself. What actor plays the character with the same name? Jeez, did I stumble all over that? Sorry. Brian Tyree Henry plays a character with a name. Somebody plays that same name character in the original. Who is it? I see a bunch of correct answers coming across here. Some people even giving me the name of the character, but the first one with the correct answer is Middle School Gravy. Actually, first time on the board. Four points for you. The correct answer is Chris Sarandon. He did play the character of Mike, the police officer from the original. Good job there. All right, so now we go to number 3. A little bit tougher here. In Willard, R. Lee Ermey. R. Lee Ermey plays a character in the Willard remake. That character has the same name as another character in the original Willard. Who played that version? Who's the actor that played the character. And I would like to basically stress that I very much love the remake of Willard. I actually prefer the remake to the original. It's one of the few remakes that I do like more than the original. Although I do like the classic Willard as well too, but the remake I thought was a little snazzier. I liked it. I do see a bunch of the correct answers here, and the Mad Pancaker gave me Ernest Borgnine, which is the correct answer. 3, 4 points for you, sir. Good job there. And here we go. Next one. In The Omen, David Thewlis, whatever. David Thewlis plays a character who has a name that is shared with a name from a character from the original who played the original version of In The Omen. The Omen, not one of my favorite timelines to do, but one of my favorite ones to watch. It's one of my favorite videos I've done, I think mainly because of little baby Stella. Seeing quite a few of the correct answers coming across here. And the first one with that correct answer of David Warner, or Evil, is Cinder Lily 29. Good job. 1, 2, 3, 4 points for you there. David Warner getting his head chopped off by a piece of glass in that movie. Very good stuff. David Warner in Time Bandits with one of my all-time favorite insults when he refers to the one guy and says that, so mercifully free of the ravages of intelligence. Okay, here we go. The final question of the night. Final question of the night. Here we go. Halloween. Christina Klebe, or Kleb, whichever. Who did she play? Who played the same character as her in the original? Oh, thank you, Uncle Pete. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Congrats on all these great answers. Always a blast. Thank you. Thank you to you, Uncle Pete, as well, too. But who plays the same character as Christina Klebe? I don't know. And I'm seeing a bunch of people with that correct answer as well. And the first one with it coming across is Evan Trainer with PJ Souls. PJ Souls asking if you see anything that you like. And of course, we all say yes. Well, there we go. Okay, that is the end of the trivia. And taking a look at the scores here, the winner of the night with 13 points is Big Purple. Good job. Very good job. Excellent. Matthew, you were very close with 11 points right behind him. And actually, Non-Drowsy, you had a really good, strong comeback as well, too, with the 10. Oh, and sorry, Bryce, you actually were second place because you had 12 points. You were 1 point off. It's very, very good. Very good scores up in here. And yeah, hopefully you guys all enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed the new format, what with the pictures on screen or whatever. I think it seemed to work pretty well. I thought it seemed to go pretty decently. So I appreciate you guys for playing. Hopefully you enjoyed this. You guys like this format? Like this format a little bit better than just looking at my head the whole time, I think. I think it was probably a little bit better. But there you go. Yeah, and Monster in the Backseat, it is the oldest trick in the book. Yes, Bryce, is this the whoops? Is this the second time that I think this is the second time that Bryce has gotten second place? I don't know. Big Purple, you know what? Send me a email to the movietimelinesguy@gmail.com with your information, so I can actually get you hooked up with a prize. And you know what, Bryce? This is your second time in a row hitting second place. I want to send you a little prize as well too. Send me your email information, your info to my email at the movietimelinesguy@gmail.com, and I'll hook you up with a fun prize. So thank you guys for joining me on this. I appreciate you spending the time with me for Horror Trivia. We'll do this again pretty shortly. And thank you. So see you guys soon. Bye-bye.